family? What up? What up? What up, family? It's a Saturday. It's a beautiful Saturday. It's a Labor Day Saturday. And you already know, I'm thinking of a master plan. But I'm sitting here thinking and going over what I want to do next week. Because I know a lot of people sitting down, shutting down, maxing and relaxing. And those be the times that entrepreneurs got to just lean in and just kind of do some stuff that you know under any other circumstance, hundreds of millions of people wouldn't be that relaxed. So you got to lean in. Just a quick footnote. But anyway, here's what I wanted to share with you because I was thinking about it. When you see greatness, when you see somebody operating in greatness, you could be like on social media. You can see people posting videos because I do it all the time. I'm not talking about me just posting videos. I'm talking about when I'm on social media, even in person. When I see greatness, I recognize it. Most of us recognize greatness when we see it. We know somebody doing it big. When I say greatness, I'm talking about people who are operating in such levels of effort and work ethic, and they just making so many things happen. It's like every day is something new that they doing, and new ventures, new doors, new opportunities. Even if they're kind of bragging or sharing their victories, it don't even matter. Greatness is greatness, okay? So when I see that, I immediately feel two things. And here's what I want you to catch from this. I feel bad to myself because I'm like, wow, that person's greatness is reminding me, A, how little I'm doing, how less of a job that I'm doing than them, or just not reaching my own potential. And we can act like we don't feel that way. You don't feel nothing. Yeah, I ain't like that. I don't, child, whatever. I'm not even talking about them kind of people. I'm just saying for real. When you see greatness, something in you sometimes says, man, I got to get it together. Man, I got to tighten up. Man, I got to step up. That's actually good. But the flip side of that feeling should be, you know what? I am inspired by this person because they're showing me that there is more in me. I can do more. Here's what some people do. Number one, they ignore greatness, meaning that, you know how it is, if you got a little envy or hate or you're a little cynical or critical, when you see somebody and you know they're doing great things, you scroll them quick. You don't want to hear what they're saying. You don't want to like their posts. You don't want to support them. You ain't going to get them no amens. You know why? Because it might be something in you. It is. It's something in there that's like, I know they right, but I don't want them to remind me of how bad I am. And you shouldn't feel that way, not to the extent that you become envious or jealous, or you just kind of become regretful of where you've gone in your life and what you've done in your life. You should feel this feeling of, oh my God, man, I got so much to do. But on the flip side of that, or right after that, you should be feeling like, oh my God, I'm inspired because they showing me that I can be more. I can do more. I can have more. So learn, just learn. Even if you're doing it, learn to do it a little more. Learn to just stop sometimes and pause and observe greatness when you see it. When you see people doing things that you know they're doing and you know it ain't something that was miraculous that caused that to happen. It wasn't like somebody gave them a handout. You know that they just put the time, the effort, the work in. They learned, they grew, they developed, they failed, and they became great. By the way, don't you know God want all us to be great? God want all of his people to be great. That's one of the first things he told Abraham. When Abraham started really getting his mind right, he was like, I want to make your name great. And I'm talking about like great Abraham. I want to change your name, and I want to make the new name great. I want to give you exposure. I want to show you the world, but you're going to have to lean into this thing. So I want to challenge you today. If you're walking in greatness, if you're doing great things and you know it's actually inspirational, don't let the people who are taking it the wrong way throw you off from sharing that greatness and promoting that greatness and giving the world an opportunity to observe that greatness. Because people like me, when I see it, I got to stop for a moment. I got to salute, take my hat off and watch your video. I got to stop, salute, take my hat off and observe your moving, because that's how I learn. I learn better, not just from listening to people, not just from reading people, like their books and their material. I learn from watching people, seeing how they respond to tragedy. Like how do they respond to difficulty? How do they respond in different situations, and what do they do with those opportunities? How do they move in and through certain situations and circumstances? How they act when they get in certain doors? How they use opportunities to take them to next levels? That's watching greatness, observing greatness. It's greatness all around us, ladies and gentlemen. And on this Saturday, and even throughout this Labor Day weekend, take the time to see how much can you observe from people who are doing great things. And don't just take the feeling, because sometimes that initial feeling is like, man, I don't even want to watch them, because every time I watch them, they remind me of how sorry I am, or how far back I am, or how much work I gotta do. And you might feel that. Most of the time I feel that way. But on the flip side of that, like immediately after, that next feeling is like, but man, I'm finna use them as fuel, man. I know I can do more. I know it's more in me. I know I got more. I know I can learn more. I just gotta put a little more time, a little more effort, learn a little more, get around more better, solid, determined people. That's how you gravitate towards greatness. And trust me when I say this, my last point. People who are actually great, when they get around people who want to be great, but who have this thing about people who are great, that thing in terms of you not wanting to, support greatness, you always trying to avoid it, you don't want to push that energy and that attention to it, they can kind of feel that. They know that about you. And so don't be that person. Don't allow envy and hate and criticism and cynicism get the best of you. Gravitate towards greatness. Pull yourself towards greatness. Encourage greatness. Celebrate, salute greatness. Observe it, learn from it, and watch how it changes and transforms your life.